welcome to the first episode of the Out of Office Club. This is a podcast where I'll share all of my experiences as a digital nomad, what digital nomad life is like, what to expect, how I combine work and travel, but also travel with health, with dating, friends and family, and kind of everything in between. So if you're interested in digital nomad life, in knowing more about what it means, what the pros and cons are, then keep listening. My name is Stella. I'm 28. I'm from the Netherlands. And I have been traveling since I was about 18. And since then, everything I've done has been about travel. I was either back home so I can work and save up to travel more, or I chose an opportunity that would make me be able to travel, for example, studying abroad. So at the moment, I've been traveling a lot for the past 10 years. I have been to around 63 countries, I think, which is a lot, but keep in mind, I am also from Europe, so that makes it a little bit easier. I studied illustration and graphic design, and then international business management and marketing. And just before I graduated that, I started my own business in digital marketing. Although this year I switched to brand design because I enjoyed that a lot more. So currently I have been a digital nomad for 2 years. The first couple of years was kind of on and off. I traveled a bit, worked a bit, studied still. But 2 years ago, I gave up my apartment that I had and I started traveling full time without a fixed home. So you might wonder, why this podcast? I absolutely love traveling, but I travel alone. And I have great friends and family that I talk with almost every day. But I notice I would love to find a place where I can share more of my travel stories. Plus, I get a lot of questions also from people around me asking me what digital nomad life is like. Not long ago, I actually got the question, what do you do all day? So those are the kind of questions that I want to answer here. It also gives me a place to kind of share my own experiences, opinion, and put part of my creativity as well. So in this podcast, will talk about mainly just digital nomad life and everything to do with it. Of course, every kind of lifestyle has its pros and cons. And yes, I get to travel the world, which is absolutely amazing, but it also comes with some difficulties. Of course, a lot of people wonder about the costs, about traveling alone, what that is like, but also think about dating while you're traveling, or how I handle friendships, health, and everything. So those are the kind of things I want to answer. Of course, they all come from my own experience, and everyone's experience is different. But I think it would still be interesting to kind of talk about it, share what I've experienced in the past 2 years, and also answer all of your questions. I always want to be very honest about what this lifestyle is like. Like I said, everything has good parts and bad parts, and I want to be very honest about what this is like for me, because I know some people might wonder if this lifestyle would work for them, or they just simply want to know a bit more about it, they want to understand it, or they want to know how to start. And I would love to be able to help you maybe make your own start and possibly become a digital nomad if that is what you want. So if all of that sounds good to you, sounds interesting, then follow the podcast, because I want to create a episode every week where I answer one question or I talk about a situation or a story. Each episode will only be about maybe 10 to 20 minutes, very short, but I think very accessible, something fun to listen to on your way to the supermarket, to work, while cleaning, whatever it is. Also then, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's where I'll post most of my travel content. And also, if you have any questions, anything you really want to know, leave me a comment there, and then I'll make sure to answer, or I discuss it in the next podcast. So Thank you so much for listening. I'm very excited to start all of this. A little bit nervous because this is my first time ever recording a podcast or doing anything of this sort. So bear with me. I'll get better in kind of how I explain things, how I say certain things. Also, forgive me for my English just in case, because I am not native. So I know sometimes I'll make some mistakes or my pronunciation might be a bit off. But I'm trying my best. If you have any tips, recommendations, questions, please let me know. Contact me, send me a DM. I'm happy to connect. Thank you. See you next week. Bye bye.